Before we go any further, let me share something that often goes unnoticed. The smallest actions usually leave the biggest impressions. Day after day, we go through life without realizing that little habits, tiny gestures, and subtle behaviors quietly shape the way people see us. Many women don't always realize how closely men observe these details, or how much meaning they attach to them. Today, I want to explore 7 things men naturally notice in women. Things that may seem unimportant at first, but often carry surprising weight in the quiet dynamics of human connection. This isn't about stereotypes or judging people based on appearances. It's about understanding human nature. Every meaningful relationship depends on paying attention to the small moments that reveal character, values, and emotional maturity. Those quiet details often speak louder than words. One of the first things a man notices is how a woman treats people who cannot offer her anything in return. This goes far beyond basic manners. It gives him a glimpse into who she truly is. When he sees her speaking kindly to a waiter, thanking a cashier, or showing patience to a stranger, it tells him that her kindness is genuine. She isn't being respectful because she expects a reward. She behaves that way because it reflects her character. This matters because trust is built on consistency. Deep down, a man naturally wonders what life would feel like with someone over the long term. Part of that answer comes from watching how she treats the people around her. If she is rude, impatient, or dismissive toward those in service roles or people with less influence, he may quietly wonder if that same attitude could eventually be directed toward him or the people he loves. But when he consistently sees compassion and respect, it creates a sense of safety. It suggests she values harmony, fairness, and emotional stability. The most powerful moments are rarely dramatic. A genuine smile, a heartfelt thank you, or taking a few extra seconds to acknowledge another person's humanity can leave a lasting impression. These simple gestures reveal emotional awareness and humility. They show that she sees people as individuals rather than obstacles in her day. A woman who naturally carries herself with kindness gives the impression that she will respond to challenges with understanding instead of hostility. During stressful moments, she is more likely to communicate with patience rather than contempt. That emotional steadiness becomes deeply attractive because it creates a feeling of security. What's interesting is that many men don't consciously analyze these moments. They simply develop a positive feeling without always knowing why. Their impression is formed quietly in the background, but it stays with them. The way a woman treats others becomes a reflection of the kind of partner she may become. It reveals whether she brings peace or conflict, connection or division. Acts of kindness never stop with the person receiving them. They shape how everyone views the person giving them. Another quality men quietly notice is a woman's excitement about life. Passion, curiosity, and genuine enthusiasm have a magnetic effect, even if they aren't openly discussed. This has very little to do with specific hobbies. It's about the energy she brings to whatever matters to her. When a woman lights up while talking about something she loves, whether it's her work, creative projects, travel, music, fitness, or personal goals, she reveals a vibrant part of herself. That excitement shows she isn't simply drifting through life, she's actively participating in it. Her passion reflects purpose. It tells a man that she's committed to growing, learning, and creating a meaningful life. He doesn't just see someone with hobbies, he sees someone investing in herself. That is attractive because it suggests she isn't depending on someone else to complete her happiness. Instead, she enriches a relationship by bringing her own ambition, interests, and fulfillment. On the other hand, a complete lack of excitement can also stand out. When someone rarely shows curiosity, joy, or interest in anything, interactions may begin to feel repetitive or emotionally flat. Enthusiasm creates shared experiences, sparks meaningful conversations, and keeps relationships alive with fresh energy. One beautiful thing about passion is that it's contagious. A woman who genuinely enjoys what she does often inspires the people around her to reconnect with their own interests. Her excitement reminds others that life is meant to be experienced, not simply endured. Men notice this because it reflects optimism, resilience, and an appreciation for life's possibilities. Men also pay close attention to body language, even if they never mention it. Long before a conversation begins, nonverbal communication is already sending powerful messages. The way a woman walks, stands, gestures, and carries herself says a great deal about how she feels inside. When she enters a room with relaxed shoulders, confident posture, and calm, purposeful movements, she naturally projects quiet confidence. It isn't about demanding attention or trying to impress people. It's about feeling comfortable in her own presence. That sense of self-assurance is incredibly attractive because it reflects self-respect. On the other hand, closed-off posture, constant hesitation, or nervous body language may communicate insecurity or emotional discomfort. This isn't about harsh judgment. People instinctively respond to the emotional energy others project. Body language often reveals feelings before words ever do. In the end, the combination of genuine kindness, enthusiasm for life, and confident body language creates a lasting impression. These subtle qualities quietly influence how men perceive a woman, often far more than appearance alone. They reveal character, emotional strength, and authenticity, the qualities that leave the deepest and most memorable impact. Ladies and gentlemen, these details may seem insignificant at first, but they play a powerful role in human connection. Many women don't realize just how much men notice these subtle behaviors, yet they do. More importantly, those observations often shape their opinions in ways that words alone never could. Men don't simply watch these signals. They interpret them as clues about a woman's emotions, personality, and the way she experiences the world. Since body language is often an unconscious reflection of what's happening inside, men naturally respond to these quiet cues because they influence every interaction. The true power of body language isn't about looking flawless, it's about being genuine. When a woman's outward expressions match her inner feelings, people naturally feel more comfortable around her. A sincere smile, relaxed posture, open gestures, and calm movements communicate warmth and confidence without saying a single word. These simple, nonverbal signals create an atmosphere where trust can grow. Men often notice when a woman's presence makes a room feel lighter or conversations feel more comfortable, and much of that comes from the energy she communicates through her body language. At the same time, tense posture, crossed arms, hesitant movements, or a guarded appearance can unintentionally send a different message. Even if she doesn't mean to appear distant, those subtle signals may suggest discomfort, insecurity, or emotional distance. Men usually recognize these patterns instinctively, even if they can't explain exactly why. The way a woman carries herself becomes its own silent language, revealing pieces of her mood, confidence, and outlook on life. In many ways, body language creates the first impression long before a conversation begins. It quietly reveals how a woman sees herself and how she relates to the people around her. These subtle cues often play a much bigger role in attraction and connection than most people realize. Another thing men quietly notice is a woman's tone of voice. Communication is about far more than the words being spoken. The rhythm, pitch, pace, and emotion behind those words all carry meaning. These vocal qualities often reveal far more about someone's personality and emotional state than the conversation itself. A calm, warm, and natural voice creates an immediate sense of comfort. When a woman speaks with kindness, curiosity, and genuine interest, it makes conversations feel safe and effortless. Men notice this because it creates an environment where they can relax and be themselves. A welcoming tone encourages openness, deeper conversations, and emotional trust. It quietly reassures him that he won't be met with unnecessary criticism or conflict. On the other hand, a sharp, impatient, or constantly critical tone can leave a lasting impression, even if the words themselves aren't negative. Sometimes the delivery speaks louder than the message. A harsh tone may unintentionally communicate frustration or emotional tension, making conversations feel uncomfortable. Men are often sensitive to these differences because a person's tone reveals how they manage emotions, especially during stressful moments. Over time, a consistently negative tone can weaken feelings of safety and harmony within a relationship. What stands out most is authenticity. Men notice when a woman's voice genuinely reflects what she feels. Forced excitement or artificial sweetness is usually easy to recognize. A woman who speaks honestly and naturally shows that she is fully present in the conversation. That sincerity communicates respect, emotional maturity, and genuine interest in the person she's talking to. The tone of someone's voice also influences the emotional atmosphere. A soothing, encouraging, or enthusiastic voice can instantly lift the mood, while a cold or flat tone can drain energy from the interaction. Whether it's a casual conversation or an important discussion, these vocal details shape how connected two people feel. And men often remember that emotional experience long after the conversation has ended. Men also notice the quiet ways a woman takes care of herself. This isn't about chasing perfection or meeting unrealistic beauty standards. Instead, it's about what those habits reveal regarding her self-respect, discipline, and emotional well-being. When a woman invests in her health, appearance, and peace of mind, she communicates that she values herself. That quiet confidence is naturally attractive. It can be seen in the way she dresses, how she presents herself, and the thoughtful routines she builds into her daily life. These habits suggest responsibility, consistency, and pride in who she is. To a man, this often signals that she is likely to bring the same care and commitment into a relationship. It reflects reliability and emotional stability, qualities that create lasting partnerships. Self-care also reveals healthy boundaries. A woman who protects her time, says no when necessary, and avoids situations that constantly drain her energy demonstrates emotional strength. She understands the importance of maintaining balance instead of seeking approval from everyone around her. Men often find this reassuring because it shows self-awareness and emotional independence. True self-care goes beyond physical appearance. Men also notice how a woman cares for herself emotionally. They observe how she responds to pressure, how she speaks about herself, and whether she continues growing through new experiences. A woman who treats herself with kindness, pursues meaningful goals, and maintains hope during difficult times naturally becomes a source of positive energy. Her presence feels encouraging and uplifting. When self-care is consistently neglected, however, it may quietly suggest unresolved struggles or a lack of personal balance. This isn't necessarily a reason for judgment, but it can influence how someone imagines the future of a relationship. The way a woman values herself often reflects how she'll approach life and the people closest to her. It's another subtle detail that men notice, and one they tend to remember. Finally, men pay close attention to whether a woman truly listens. Genuine listening is one of the most meaningful qualities a person can possess, and it leaves an impression that goes far beyond words. Before I continue, it's important to remember that genuine connection is often built through the quiet moments that many people overlook. One of the most meaningful qualities a woman can have is the ability to truly listen. Listening is much more than simply hearing someone's words. It's about being fully present, giving your attention, and making the other person feel understood. Men notice this more than many women realize. During a conversation, they pay attention to the little signs that show genuine interest. Does she maintain eye contact? Does she acknowledge what he's saying with a nod or a thoughtful response? Does she ask questions because she genuinely wants to understand, rather than simply waiting for her turn to speak? These small actions communicate respect, empathy, and emotional presence. When a woman listens with sincere attention, she creates a space where a man feels comfortable being himself. Feeling heard is something everyone desires, regardless of gender. In a world filled with distractions and rushed conversations, someone who truly listens immediately stands out. It tells him that his thoughts matter and that he doesn't have to worry about being judged or dismissed. That feeling naturally strengthens trust and allows emotional closeness to grow over time. The opposite is also true. If she frequently interrupts, appears distracted, or seems uninterested in what he's saying, it can quietly create emotional distance. He may never mention it directly, but he notices when his words seem unimportant. Over time, that can make him less willing to open up, slowly weakening the connection between them. Healthy communication depends on both people feeling equally valued, and attentive listening is one of the strongest ways to create that balance. What makes listening so powerful is that it reflects something much deeper than conversation skills. It reveals empathy, patience, and emotional intelligence. A woman who genuinely listens shows that she values understanding others instead of simply expressing herself. For many men, this quality is deeply attractive because it suggests she sees communication as a way to build connection rather than simply exchange information. In the end, listening is one of the quietest yet most meaningful ways to build trust. It leaves a lasting impression because it makes people feel respected, appreciated, and emotionally safe. Every person communicates differently, but authentic listening always reflects emotional availability and a sincere desire to connect on a deeper level. Another thing men often notice is the energy a woman brings wherever she goes. This has nothing to do with being the loudest person in the room or constantly seeking attention. It's about the feeling her presence creates. Whether she brings warmth, calmness, confidence, optimism, or tension, her energy influences the people around her long before she speaks. A woman with grounded confidence naturally makes others feel comfortable. She doesn't have to be cheerful every moment of the day. Instead, her presence feels genuine, balanced, and emotionally secure. When she enters a room with quiet grace and confidence, people naturally respond to that energy. Men notice when she appears comfortable with herself because it reflects inner strength rather than a need for external validation. This type of presence is attractive because it creates peace. It suggests that she can handle life's challenges with resilience while still maintaining kindness and emotional stability. Being around someone who carries that kind of energy often feels refreshing and reassuring. At the same time, negative emotional energy is equally noticeable. A woman who constantly brings unnecessary drama, conflict, or pessimism into every situation may unintentionally push people away. Men often sense this instinctively, even if they can't explain exactly why. They simply recognize how they feel after spending time with her. If every interaction feels emotionally draining or stressful, they may naturally become more hesitant to invest in a deeper connection. This isn't about judging someone, it's simply how emotional environments affect human relationships. What makes a woman's presence truly memorable is authenticity. Men can usually sense when someone's confidence, happiness, or personality feels genuine instead of forced. A woman who embraces her true self without pretending to be someone else naturally becomes more approachable and trustworthy. Whether it's her calm nature, sense of humor, compassion, or quiet confidence, her authentic energy speaks louder than any carefully chosen words. Ultimately, the energy a woman carries shapes not only how others see her, but also how they feel in her presence. Men tend to remember those feelings long after a conversation has ended. More than appearance or clever words, it's often the emotional experience she creates that stays with them. That quiet, authentic presence becomes one of the strongest influences on how she's perceived and the kind of partner others imagine she could be. And as we reflect on these qualities, one truth becomes increasingly clear. None of these observations are really about perfection. They are about authenticity. Men are not quietly keeping score, searching for flaws, or expecting impossible standards. More often than not, they are looking for signs of character, emotional maturity, and genuine connection. The smallest habits often reveal the biggest truths about who someone is. Kindness, enthusiasm, confident body language, a warm tone of voice, healthy self-care, attentive listening, and positive energy are not tricks to gain attention. They are natural expressions of a woman who feels secure in herself. When these qualities come from a genuine place, they cannot be faked for long, and they leave an impression that is both powerful and lasting. It's also important to remember that attraction goes far beyond physical appearance. While appearance may capture someone's attention for a moment, character is what determines whether interest continues to grow. The way a woman makes a man feel emotionally often has a much deeper impact than the way she looks. Long after specific conversations have been forgotten, people tend to remember how someone made them feel. This is why emotional consistency matters so much. Men notice when a woman remains respectful during disagreements, patient during stressful moments, and encouraging when life becomes difficult. These moments reveal emotional strength far more than the easy moments ever could. Anyone can be pleasant when everything is going well. True character is revealed when life becomes challenging. Men also appreciate emotional security more than many people realize. They are naturally drawn toward women whose presence brings peace instead of constant uncertainty. A woman who communicates honestly, expresses herself calmly, and handles conflict with maturity creates an environment where trust can flourish. That emotional stability becomes one of the strongest foundations for a lasting relationship. Another quality that quietly stands out is gratitude. A woman who notices the good in life, appreciates thoughtful gestures, and expresses genuine thankfulness creates a completely different atmosphere than someone who constantly focuses on what is missing. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means choosing to recognize the value that already exists. Men often find this uplifting because appreciation strengthens emotional connection, while constant criticism slowly weakens it. Humility is equally attractive. Confidence doesn't require arrogance. In fact, the strongest confidence often appears in people who don't feel the need to prove themselves. A woman who is willing to learn, admit mistakes, and treat others with equal respect, regardless of their status, demonstrates quiet strength. Men notice this because humility creates emotional safety and mutual respect. Resilience is another quality that leaves a lasting impression. Every person faces disappointment, setbacks, and difficult seasons. What matters is how someone responds. A woman who refuses to let challenges define her, who continues growing through adversity, and who maintains hope even during difficult times reflects inner strength that cannot be measured by appearances. That resilience inspires admiration because it suggests she will face life's inevitable struggles as a partner rather than allowing them to divide the relationship. Men also pay attention to emotional generosity. Small acts of encouragement, sincere compliments, genuine support, and thoughtful words often carry tremendous weight. Feeling appreciated motivates people to become the best version of themselves. A woman who naturally encourages others without expecting immediate rewards creates an atmosphere where love and trust continue to grow. At the same time, healthy relationships are never built on one person's effort alone.